Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli, and together we're stronger, right? We're moving the world forward in disabilities. And north, south, east, and west of where you live, there's an organization, a foundation that you might want to check out. What if you get a job transfer? What if you want to move closer to family? What if you're just visiting in town and need some resources while you're there for your family? Today, we traveled in Charlotte, North Carolina to visit our friends at Autism Strong. Please welcome to the show Executive Director Stephanie Melish Neuman with Autism Strong. Hi, Stephanie. How you doing?
Hey, I am doing lovely. Thank you so much for having me, Gina.
I'm excited what you guys are doing in Charlotte. Tell our viewers what it is that Autism Strong does.
You know what? Autism Strong is a local foundation that was started by a local couple, and the root of who we are and what we do is providing financial aid support for families who need it. So as we and your listeners probably know, having a child on the spectrum can be quite expensive to try and provide everything that a parent feels that they are needed, plus all of the things that doctors may be telling them that they need and different things like that can really put a strain. And so we really want to come alongside them and provide what they need in immediate support. And we find the best way to do that is to be a sounding board for them, but also provide financial aid so that they can get the resources and things that they need.
What kind of financial opportunities do people have? I remember seeing something about Landon.
Yeah. So Landon is kind of the inspiration. It's his story that has allowed us to grow into this organization. He is the son of Becky and Rudy Toms, and they're the couple who started this. And it really started as just wanting to kind of share a little bit of the behind the scenes of their life. What was it like to have a non-speaking child that was on the spectrum? And it really exposed other people to what life like that was, an awareness factor. And thankfully or subsequently it became a fundraising mechanism for them as well. And after having some successful years of raising some significant dollars, they wanted to invest those dollars back into their local community. And so our signature program, kind of the one that started everything with Autism Strong, is our Landon's Hope Scholarship Program. And that is to help families receive financial support to have all of their autism therapy services covered for an entire year. Our goal is to try and do that at 100%. Every year up until this year, we have successfully done that. This year, though, we had so many participants that we were able to give some to everybody. And then we still had 77% of our grant applicants are being fully funded for their entire year of therapy services.
Wow.
The foundation. Yeah.
That's huge. Now, what other kinds of things and financial support do you do at Autism Strong?
So we found that was one area, right? But another way that people really can sometimes struggle is just the day-to-day. So we have an emergency fund grant that allows for families to reach out to us. Maybe the therapy bills are stacking up and they need to get out from underwater. Or, you know what, there's other bills that sometimes you're deciding if you want to pay your electric bill, your water bill, your power bill, whatever that looks like, because you're paying for all these therapy services or all the other things that your child may need, or your family as a whole. I mean, let's not talk about the price of eggs, right?
I was just going to bring up eggs in the grocery bill. That's so funny. You and I are thinking alike.
Totally. And so, and we actually do that as well. So it can be bill forgiveness for past bills. It can be a rent assistance. It can be food assistance. It can be gas assistance. Transportation to and from the therapy services can get very costly. But even just making sure that you have food on the table, we want to make sure that these families are not struggling. And so the emergency fund helps with that. And then one of the new things that we added to the emergency fund was the ability to get your diagnosis fee covered.
That's huge.
Right? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now, is this just available to people in the Charlotte or in the North Carolina area?
It is currently. Correct.
Well, you know what? Actually, because Stephanie, we have viewers all over, right? And a lot of people ask like, oh, what state should I move to? Or, hey, I'm currently living in Charlotte, and they might not otherwise know about you. So I'm so glad you're on the show today. With me today, Stephanie Melish Neuman, the executive director of Autism Strong. When we get back, we're going to find out all about the fundraisers and other activities that the organization does. Stay with me.
Don's Tree Service is awesome.
Love Don's Tree Service. They've come out for a giant oak tree removal, another for some debris removal.
One thing I really appreciated about Don's Tree Service, they come, they take those trees down, and they take everything away.
For a free estimate, call Don's Tree Service, 770-413-TREE, or find them online at donstree.com.
Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli. With me today, Stephanie Melish Neuman. She is the executive director at Autism Strong in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, I know you have a huge fundraiser ahead of you. Care to share what that's about?
Yeah, so we have our annual gala coming up. It's funny. I don't know. Do you say gala or gala? Because we argue about this all the time on our team.
It's like niche or niche.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 in one, half a dozen in the other.
So we have our wonderful, and we like to make it fun. So it's our blue tie gala. It's called Hope Strong. So we ask that everybody comes in their formal attire, but in some way wears blue to show kind of that they're supporting autism that night and they're supporting our foundation. And so it is an event that is my favorite event of the year. It really allows us to story tell who we are and how we're making an impact in the community. It's an educational night so that people, if they're in the room and they have a connection to autism, they can learn about how we can help those people, what services we offer, some of the things that we just talked about. But it's also an opportunity for us to showcase to people why funding is so important to us. It is one of our largest fundraisers of the year, and it's coming up on March 8th here in Charlotte at the Westin, and we are really, really excited to see it's our biggest audience so far. So this is our 4th year doing this event, and we're going to be over 700 in attendance.
That's awesome. You know, and they're just going to keep getting bigger and better. And what you learned from last year, you applied it this year and so forth and so on. I wanted to get back to some of the activities that you offer, because I noticed like dance classes and things that I think teens and tweens and summer camps might not know about that you offer there.
Yeah. So we collaborate with a lot of other wonderful nonprofit organizations in the area that do things like adult fitness classes. And where we come in and we support them is by making sure that nobody has a limit to their access because of a financial strain. So these are other ways that we can support them. We send them to summer camp. We have a couple of different summer camps that we support. The Children's Theater of Charlotte, we do their sensory inclusion programs. We do anything that we can to collaborate with other organizations so that our community through Autism Strong knows about them, but also has access to them. So we never let a dollar be a reason that somebody's denied access to these participation items.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, the last thing I think I want to ask is about any upcoming passion projects. Do you have anything that you guys are working on there in 2025?
Well, so the big passion project last year, and it came to fruition, and I'm excited that we got to bring it back for a second year, is our conference. It's called Connect Strong.
Okay.
It is for parents and caregivers. This is not a continuing education. Professionals are fantastic. Thank you. Love you guys. But you guys get your information. And sometimes it's really hard for parents and caregivers to know what's available to them in the community, what's available to them legally, what's their education rights, all the different things. And so we have this one-day conference where we are going to have a couple of different keynotes and over 12 breakout sessions, just full of information. And we named it Connect Strong. And this was my passion project of wanting to be able to connect people to information, resources, but also together and building that community. There is so much power when a parent can talk to another parent who's going through what they're going through, or maybe is further down the journey and can kind of tell them what it was like,
Sure.
And pay it forward, pay it backwards, however you want to look at that. So Connect Strong, and that, really the information Well, it's happening here in Charlotte. I really think it's applicable to any parent that would want to come and learn more about what they're able to do. And we have some great keynotes. Dr. Kerry Magnum, he's coming out to speak. And then we have Tanner and his sister from
Love on the Spectrum, which, yeah, I was on, yeah.
Tanner and his sister Taylor, and she's going to be bringing a unique sibling perspective to the conference. And so we're really excited about that, but that's coming up on Saturday, March 29th, and it is definitely a passion project.
So that's March 29th, too.
Yeah, not too
right
off.
Boy, you have fundraisers, you have conferences, you have it all. Where can people find you?
They can find us online, autismstrong.org, or they can search Autism Strong on any of the social networks and you're going to find us. I think we're even on TikTok, but I don't manage our TikTok, so I don't know. But we're definitely online, autismstrong.org, and it has everything that you need to know. It has an event calendar. It has a link to all of our resources, things that are happening, and it's a great place to stay connected. You can sign up for our newsletter there.
Well, I'm sure glad I got 15 minutes of your time, Stephanie. You are busy. Thanks so much for being on.
Oh, thank you so much.
So if you're in Charlotte next weekend, now you know where to go. It sounds like an amazing fundraiser, and everybody gets to dress up in blue. Ooh, I think I have something in blue in the closet. Listen, thanks again for checking out Life with the Spectrum. If you know of an organization, foundation, someone making a difference in the world of disability, please reach out to me. Let me know who they are so I could maybe book them on a future episode of Life with the Spectrum. You can hit up the website, gcast.com. That's GKASTS.com. And again, like, comment, share, and most of all, subscribe to the channel so we can keep doing what we're doing right here at Life with the Spectrum. See ya.